Ukraine's military says Russia has targeted port infrastructure in the city of Odesa with cruise missiles. They say 2 strikes hit the Black Sea port and another 2 were shot down by air defense. It comes a day after both countries signed a deal brokered by Turkey and the United Nations to reopen the ports to resume grain exports. The Ukrainian Foreign Ministry is now calling on both the UN and Turkey to make sure Russia holds up its end of the deal.
We saw missiles with the naked eye. We're talking about 2 missiles until now, and we've been able for the first time since our arrival here to trace these missiles. They were really close, just above us. A missile passed through here, another passed through there. The cameraman is able to show the picture of the smoke from the anti-aircraft rockets here on the Black Sea shore. Until this moment, we heard 4 explosions in more than one location.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says his country's forces now have the potential to turn the tide in the war thanks to the delivery of longer-range weapons from the West. Meanwhile, a senior US defense official says Russia's military is believed to be suffering hundreds of casualties every day. Russian forces have continued to launch scattered attacks across eastern and southern Ukraine, including strikes on the city of Kharkiv that killed at least 3 people.
Just an ordinary market on any other day, but this day, a site of devastation. Russian strikes at this textile market in Kharkiv killed her husband. The shells struck a mosque, a gym, a bus stop, taking civilian lives. Ukrainian officials say Russia is out for blood, even using weapons that are widely banned.
In Libya's capital, Tripoli, Thursday's overnight clashes between armed groups resulted in at least 13 deaths and 30 wounded, including civilians. The fighting erupted on Thursday night in the Ain Zara neighborhood amid rising political tensions. The clashes involved 2 armed groups with major clout in the west of the war-torn country, the Al-Ghada Force and the Tripoli Revolutionaries Brigade.
The U.S. state of California has upped its fight against gun violence. In a bid to control the free movement of guns in the state, California has introduced a law that allows private citizens to bring civil action against anyone who manufactures, distributes, or imports weapons that are banned in the region. Guns that fall under this law mainly includes assault rifles and what are known as ghost guns. The California law is modeled after the controversial Texas abortion law, which allows individuals to sue abortion providers or anyone who assists a pregnant woman in getting an abortion done after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Under the California law, citizens can seek up to $10,000 from a person or company that manufactures or sells firearms that are banned in the state. A person would also be able to sue licensed firearms dealers if they sell firearms to anyone who is under 21 years of age.
First COVID, now monkeypox. The NHS is once again in a race against a virus. This is one of 18 clinics in London alone now offering a vaccine against the disease as cases continue to rise. For now, only those considered at high risk of exposure are being contacted to come forward for a jab. It's mostly gay, bisexual and other men who have sex with men, as they make up the majority of cases. Symptoms are generally mild, but they can be severe. Haroon was in intensive care for 10 days, unable to swallow for blisters in his throat. He believes action should have been taken sooner.
A decade after Tunisians toppled their longtime dictator, Zine El Abidine Ben Ali, and unleashed the broader Arab Spring uprising, this North African country may be at another crossroads. President Kais Saied says his proposed constitution, which would sharply strengthen presidential powers and weaken legislative ones, aims to return the country to the revolution's pro-people principles. But a kaleidoscope of rights groups and opposition parties argue otherwise. Many want Tunisians to boycott the referendum.